speculation is over. Now we got confirmation. Warcraft 3 is getting exciting new updates, and those will be revealed at Blizzard's Warcraft Direct, the 30-year anniversary of the Warcraft franchise. Today, Blizzard scheduled their live stream for Wednesday, 7 p.m., and it's accessible on YouTube. In the description, there has been the confirmation that we've been waiting for. Among other titles, it says 30 years of Warcraft RTS. Hear from the team working on the games that started it all as they look to bring some exciting new updates to Warcraft 3, Reforged, and more. This is obviously also hinting towards the Warcraft 2 remaster. We've been reporting on this channel about that as well. Reforged has been a disaster. We all know it. It's been announced 6 years ago at Blizzcon, and back then, it sounded like this.
I am honored to present the return of another title.
I was there back then, and it was one of the most exciting times of my life. 1 year later, I've been to BlizzCon again, and behind closed doors, we got some concerning news. The room was full of red flags. One of these red flags we reported, and it was no ladder at release. And we saw the signs. Reforged might not be what we all want it to be. And after release, in January of 2020, a lot of people saw it the same way as we did. A user score of 0.6 was one of the most disastrous game launches in video game history. It's a landmark, a dirty one in Blizzard's company history, and players weren't satisfied with what we were delivered. The graphics sucked, the game was buggy, it wasn't what was promised, features were missing, and a couple of people were especially hurt by Warcraft 3 Reforged.
And come back in his game. Thorzain smells blood in the water. He's going in for the kill here.
We have Banish ready. Mountain King was a little hurt. This is all buying time for the towers. We have no Breath of Fire, by the way. It is Drunken Haze, so big mischance on these Dragonhawks and
A disconnect. I'm gonna assume Thorzain dropped, but I feel like Moon was on the way to holding this attack. Ooh.
It was nominated as one of the worst esports moments in history, but hey, it was just one crash, right? It won't certainly happen again.
I think he already has enough mana. I don't need a Blood Mage. I don't need you. You're benched.
once this...
And looks like another drop.
Since then, we've been plagued with problems in Warcraft 3. There was no rank play, as we said. Everything that came after was lackluster at best. But good thing is that you can always rely on the Warcraft 3 community, and we have done a lot in the past 5 years. We created our own matchmaking. We connected the scenes from all over the world. Scenes that have been abandoned by Blizzard for many, many, many years, even prior to Reforged, like South America or Oceania, were finally able to play thanks to War 3 champions. These people also updated the map pools. They brought in features that are now common that were unthinkable before Reforged. For example, hotkeys that are easily adjustable in the client, or some indicators for a deny if you have the right amount of workers at your gold mine, etc., etc., etc. It's been very progressive for multiplayer Warcraft, and it's been great. It's been fantastic, and power in the community's hands has always been fruitful. This does not only go for multiplayer matchmaking ranked, also other aspects of Warcraft 3 were updated by the community. One of the biggest criticisms of Reforged was the graphics. All we ever wanted was to see the models that we love for 20 years in HD. While that was not delivered by Reforged and we got other very unreadable models, the team of Quenching made it their job to update the lighting, the environment, pretty much everything about the graphics. While it still wasn't the big breakthrough, and still after 5 years nobody is using the Reforged graphics, it showed how much potential there is in the game when dedicated people are taking the time and are given the time to work on it. Not only the graphics were overhauled, we got an entire new single-player campaign. Leading up to Reforged, it was promised that we would get new cutscenes, updated gameplay, new missions, and it wasn't delivered. One person from Italy thought, but people deserve that, and we should have that. And Insane Monsters Warcraft Reforged is one of the most ambitious projects that we've ever seen in Warcraft 3. You can play the prologue and the human campaign and the start of the undead campaign the way we all were hoping to see with Reforged. You get everything you ever wanted, and it's been fantastic. Not only do we get the original Warcraft campaign by modders, hell no. We even get remakes of other games in Warcraft 3 Reforged thanks to the community. Chronicles of the Second War is probably the most ambitious campaign there ever was, remaking Warcraft 2 in Warcraft 3 with all new cutscenes in HD with the Reforged models that actually look good, especially in the cinematics. This has been one of the best campaign experiences in my life, and just a blessing that we have people that like Lorecraft that work on this. So what can we expect on Wednesday? Will we see everything that the community made in Warcraft 3? I think that's a bit too much. I hope that Blizzard is finally fixing the game. There have been so many bugs throughout the past 5 years. We've seen the crashes. We have seen the past couple of weeks that Mac users all of a sudden couldn't play anymore. We want to welcome them back into the community. There have been mouse lag for plenty of people, and nobody was ever able to explain them or really fix them. For a long time, people with AMD processors, whether that's the CPU or the GPU, were experiencing heavy lags and FPS drops so that the game became unplayable. There's still desyncs. There's sounds playing all of a sudden. I hope they did a big cleanup of the mess that was the rushed Reforged release, and that we have stability with Warcraft 3 Reforged. Ideally, and especially for the multiplayer part, make the multiplayer free to play. Other games have it. Brood War has that. Heroes of the Storm has that. Even StarCraft 2, a lot younger than Warcraft 3, has that. Why is Warcraft 3 the only title that is not free to play when other titles are at the moment even coming to Game Pass for the single player? It would be very healthy for the competitive circuit that definitely needs some fresh blood, and also for the custom game lobbies that would probably be populated by a move like that. And since we talked about the Reforged graphics quite a bit before, everything we ever wanted from Reforged was the models that we love for 20 years in a modern environment in upscaled polygons. We want to see more details, maybe just upscale it with AI, maybe remake them as some community members have done as well. We want to see 20-year-old models with 2024 graphics, or at least a bit better. For me personally, and for the longevity of the game, I don't expect this to be a gigantic thing. I want to see that people are actively working on the game. The past couple of patches were kind of nice. The balance is going into the very right direction, and it's noticeable that the people behind this project are listening to the community. I want to see that for the entire game. For balance, you have to change the Excel sheet, and that's pretty much it. I want to see that you are listening to us when it comes to bugs, technical problems, that you give something for the people at the Hive workshop with the editor, because they have done so many amazing things. Whatever you launch, please make sure it works. We've been through so much, and we don't want whatever we build to be broken again, because we do not deserve this. Test it, have quality assurance, take your time. You don't have to push an update to live tomorrow just to match it with a direct presentation. Ship it to the PTR so people can test it. We iron out the kinks, and we can wave our red flags if stuff is broken. And afterwards, show us a roadmap. What can we expect for the future? Can we expect something for the future? Is this just a one-off because you want to show Warcraft 3 at the Direct, but not in the broken state that Reforged was? Or do you truly, as you always say, love this game as we do and keep on improving like we've improved the game over the past 5 years? We are here. We are patient. We are still here. And we know that the people who are doing this update now are not the same people who did Reforged. We forgive. We won't forget. But you can make it a lot easier if you deliver quality with Wednesday's update. We will be here on live streaming on Wednesday, 7 p.m. at Back to Warcraft to bring you all the news, share all the excitement, maybe the anger, and then we'll see where Warcraft 3 goes from there. Till then.